Earlier this week, we reported on the upcoming trip to the Sarstoon being led by the opposition, the People's United Party. Leader of the opposition, John Briceño, spoke to the media today on the trip, which is slated for Saturday, May 21st.
2 weeks ago at the National Party Council meeting that we had here in Belize City, the National Party Council voted unanimously that we need to do several things, and one of them that we need to go and visit the Sarstoon, and that we were to find an appropriate time that would work for everybody. So we have been in consultations with the leadership of the party. By that I mean members of the national executive and parliamentarians. And the best time that we could have for the majority of the group to go down south is going to be this Saturday. The Prime Minister is aware that we are going to travel to the Sarstoon. I have said it publicly. We've said it in our releases, and just last week Friday when we went to support the teachers in their march to stand up for Belize, I also made it clear once again that we are going to go and to visit the Sarstoon. So I am sure that he's aware that we will go to the Sarstoon River to visit.
As Briceño said last Friday, the decision to take this expedition is not political mischief, but rather it is an educational trip, particularly for their members and leaders.
Our trip is not a political trip. Our trip is an educational trip. It is very important for us in the leadership to be able to go down on the spot in the river, for us to have a better and appreciation about what is taking place there. So we're going on this educational trip where we can be educated firsthand, to visit the area, to see what is going on, and then once we're in the Toledo district, to talk to different individuals to see how they see all of this playing out. Because we can be here in Belize City or in Orange Walk, but it is the people in the Toledo that are in the front line of where all of this is happening. So we are going. We don't expect any problems. The Prime Minister was very clear, I think it was last week, when he announced that he was lifting the total restriction to visit the area, and that once you go and report to the forward operating base of the BDF that they will allow you to go. We are going in peace. We're not taking any liquor. We're not taking any kind of weapons or anything. And we will stop at the forward operating base. We will report, and then we go on to the Sarstoon. So I do not expect any problems on the part of the government or the police or the Prime Minister or the Cabinet or anybody.
With bilateral talks coming up between Belize and Guatemala, the media asked whether this trip to the Sarstoon will affect discussions slated to take place in the European region.
I think that's their problem, what they want to think. We don't think for what they want to do on their part, in their area of their country. They can do as they wish. This is our country, and we are having problems at the border. We're saying right now that the Guatemalans have been strong-arming the entire Sarstoon River. It is important for us to go down there and to get a first-hand view as to what is happening. And just like how we're going down south, later on I think we will also plan a trip to go on the western border so that we can see first-hand what is happening. So as far as we're concerned, it is an educational trip. It's not a political one. And as Belizeans, we have right to be able to go any part of this country.
The People's United Party is not leading a large delegation to southern Belize, contrary to popular belief or expectations. Briceño says there are limitations in logistics, and for now, they are planning accordingly.
What we said is that we want to invite them in the work that we're doing, but it has been difficult to get boats. As you know that many of the boat owners have been threatened. They're concerned that they may lose their licenses, or and they throw all sorts of obstacles on their hands. So it's difficult to be able to get boats that can go down south. We have secured just enough to be able to take the national executive and some other leaders in the party. So what we want to do is that once this is finished, and if we can plan another trip, then definitely we want to be able to bring more people so that they can see firsthand what is happening in the Sarstoon.
Love News will be on this expedition and will give you reports on the trip's outcome.